Hi everybody, and welcome to 60 and Unemployed. My name is Karen. I am currently 60 years old and I am also currently unemployed. This is my channel where I am going to document my journey through this phase of life, and I hope you'll join along, tag along with me and see what I'm doing and what I'm trying and how things are going. So each week, I want to sit down and share something with you that's real. Not that the rest of the stuff I've been doing is not real, but I really want to share with you from the heart. And I want to reflect on what I'm going through, what I've learned as I go through this season of being unemployed at 60 years old and figuring out what comes next. So I think I'm going to call these either my weekly reflections, or I think I might call them my Thursday thoughts. I think I'm leaning towards Thursday thoughts. And it'll be a weekly thing where I'm going to film and post every Thursday how things are going and thoughts I have on certain aspects of this transition. So this past week has had its challenges, but it's also had a really big lesson that really hit home for me. And my biggest lesson for this past week is that routine really matters. It makes a huge difference. When I first became unemployed, I really thought I'd enjoy the freedom. I thought no alarm clocks, no meetings, no deadlines, no worrying about getting grading done, no worrying about what students are learning or not learning. But what I actually noticed is that without structure, my days really started to blend together. I felt unmotivated. I just kind of sit around and scroll through things on my computer or on my phone, and I really felt unmotivated, even though I had all this extra time that I've not had for ages. So this past week I made a small-ish change. I set up a daily routine. I had a couple videos I did earlier this week about that. And what I did was I blocked out my time in the morning for certain things. I blocked out time in the afternoon to look into side hustle ideas or working on side hustles. And I gave myself free time in the evenings to spend time with the hubby, spend time watching TV, doing hobbies, knitting, all that fun stuff. And you know what happened? I felt a lot more productive this week. So far this week, it's Thursday, and the past 4 days, I have felt so much more productive and so much more at peace. And it reminded me that even though I don't have a traditional job, my time still has value, and I need to continue treating it that way. I really need to focus on making sure that I use my time well and not just waste it. I have this extra time that I'm not tied down to specific job duties. Now I need to make sure that I can use that time, do something with it, enjoy it. So if you're also in this stage, whether you're unemployed, whether you're semi-employed or semi-retired, I guess those are the opposite sides of the same coin, or if you're just trying to figure out what's next, maybe you felt that same drift where you're kind of drifting into sitting there doing nothing. My encouragement to you, and what I've really learned this week, is try giving yourself a little structure. It doesn't have to be really strict. You saw my schedules and my time blocking already. I was very general. Say from 10 till noon, I would be working on learning more about side hustles, different side hustles. And I did that. I spent from 10 till 12 researching, thinking about, planning out, and it works. It doesn't have to be strict. Even a loose routine can bring you back to a sense of purpose. So my biggest lesson this week has been that routine really does matter. And it's helped me. And I'm going to continue doing that for the next foreseeable however long. And now I'd like to hear from you. What lesson did you learn this week? And drop that in the comments. Your story might inspire someone else who's watching this video and reading the comments. It might inspire me. I love reading your comments. I truly appreciate them. So if you are also navigating unemployment, semi-retirement, or side hustles, or all of those together, make sure you subscribe to my channel. I'm focusing on a lot of those things. I'm unemployed. I'm contemplating whether I'm going to actually find another job, whether I'm going to focus on side hustles and pursue that full time, or what. I don't know. Subscribe and join along on the journey with me and see where I get to and where I go and how it all works out and what I learn week by week. So I'm going to be sharing my journey every week. I've been doing it for a couple weeks now, where I've been sharing with you things I'm trying, things I'm doing, what's working, what's not working. And I'm going to spend some time over the next while coming back to you week after week with my Thursday thoughts and talk to you honestly about what I'm learning week by week. So this week I learned routine matters. Setting up just a rough schedule, a rough plan for what to do each day, and doing it. It helped. It really helped me. And I hope this encourages you, helps you. If it does, please like, subscribe, comment, all that good stuff. And I hope to see you again next week for another Thursday Thought, and I'll let you know what I learn in the next week. Alrighty, thank you so much for joining me. Take care, and I will see you again very soon. Bye, everyone.